Hello everyone, and welcome back. Without further ado, let's start a video. Veldanava's history. Before creation, predating concepts such as time and space, there existed only a will. A singular and complete existence with power limited only by its imagination. Inevitably, this will grow bored, very bored. So he came up with the idea of creating other wills to sate its boredom. He took to work creating a grand construction with space for the wills to occupy and time so they could experience events sequentially. After making the groundwork for its construction reality, he realized that he would know everything that would ever come to pass within it. Finding the idea of knowing everything that would happen before he happens unsatisfying. So he decided to give up its omnipotence and omniscience, and what remained afterward was Veldanava. A being with the creator's will but existing as part of creation rather than something beyond it. Veldanava awoke in the place of beginning and began working to finish the construction of the worlds. He took command of the 8 great holy spirits, powerful and pure elemental forces without wills, and created for himself 7 servants to assist him from the great holy spirit of light. Using the power of the great holy spirits and imaginary collapse, Veldanava began to construct many multitudes of worlds with varying natures and differing laws. At the center of it all was the central world, which Veldanava planned to populate with powerful and immortal spirits bearing flesh, a race of godly men. To facilitate the upbringing of this race of immortal men, Veldanava first created a founding being that he named Twilight Valentine to serve as the template and ancestor to them. There, however, arose a problem. Twilight was a perfect being who lacked any concept of gender and was incapable of traditional reproduction. To solve this, Twilight used its powerful intellect and created 2 species based on its own body: the High Humans and the Vampires. The High Humans possessed mortal but lengthy lifespans and an innate capacity for knowledge and magic, but their massive egos and self-destructive tendencies made them failures. The Vampires had the immortality that Veldanava sought, but their reliance on blood and intolerance to sunlight made them unsuited for populating the earth. Twilight returned to the drawing board and eventually created humans, and their many subspecies later known as demi-humans which, while not being immortal like Veldanava wished, were enough to satisfy his desires and made him overjoyed. The humans that Twilight created were spread across the numerous other universes to ensure variety in the cultures they developed, while Veldanava ordered his first and foremost subordinate Feldway to eliminate threats to humanity and ensure they could thrive. With an abundance of different races and cultures quickly populating the entire planet, the gears of fate began to be put in motion. Veldanava isolated parts of his divine authority over creation into 7 powerful ultimate skills called the 7 virtues, and started to divvy them up to those he considered worthy, passing the rest into the cycle of reincarnation to choose their own masters, while leaving only Michael for himself. He met Ramirez and Guy Crimson, whose powers had already started to reach a level that could potentially stand against his, and assigned them special positions called administrators that gave them the authority to speak on his behalf, leaving the planet and humanity in their care. At some point, he came into contact with the royalty of the Nazca Kingdom, taking in their crown Prince Rudra as his disciple and training him to be a chosen hero who could stand equal with the Demon Lord Guy, even giving him Michael so he could better fulfill his dream of a unified world. Eventually, Veldanava and Rudra's sister Lucia fell in love and consummated their relationship, conceiving Milim Nava in the process. The creation of Milim resulted in most of Veldanava's energy being taken away and his body destabilizing. Veldanava used the last of his old body's power to create a sibling for Milim, a baby dragon that would serve as her companion, so that she never had to be as lonely as he had. With almost all of his energy drained, Veldanava's subsequent reincarnation was rather weak. His new body, for all anybody could tell, was essentially human. It didn't possess the near invulnerability of his previous draconic body, and it would even eventually die of old age, bearing a mortal lifespan. Having left all of his responsibilities to others, Veldanava was free to enjoy a simple life with his wife and children, no longer bored or lonely with them at his side. However, during one of Rudra's trips to the north to fight Guy, a group of fighters from a rival nation assaulted the capital of Nazca. Both Veldanava and his wife Lucia perished in the resulting terrorist attack, leaving Milim and the baby dragon orphaned and Rudra in a deep depression. Of course, as a true dragon, no matter how much of his power he lost or how much damage he took, He could always resurrect at full power whenever he wished. But when he failed to do so even after many centuries, his followers were left to come to their own conclusions. One believed that he had grown disappointed with his creations and decided to abandon them. One believed that he had decided to leave everything to his daughter. And another believed that he was simply enjoying his creation from afar and that he would return at the end of time.